Now at noon, we are tracking more rain on our radar. You're taking a live look at the live Doppler 13 radar, where we are in for the chances for rain all day long. And now you want to give you a live look outside of downtown Indianapolis. Looks like there's a little droplet in the right corner of our camera where we are aware of some impacts that some storms could have had on today. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Matthew Foltz alongside Sean Ash. Thanks for stopping in this afternoon. And Sean, we know we could get some severe storms.
Yeah, I can't rule it out. It's a low chance, but a chance nonetheless here, and possibly a few storms that may try to rotate as well, Matt. So we want to keep folks abreast of that. Let's show you how this is going to play out for us. We've got a camera. This is I-69 near Marion, embedded within some downpours. These are quick movers, by the way. Rumble of thunder there over Muncie. They're not severe, but quick burst of rain, rumbles of thunder. And then we're going to be looking back to the west here. We do expect there will be additional development throughout the day. There's a lot of wind energy, especially on the basically from Indy over toward the Ohio line and the Kentucky line. A lot of wind energy down here. Thankfully, at this hour at least, cloud cover limiting instability. This will not be a washout of a day, despite the fact it's very humid. But storms that do develop here, close and especially east of I-65, I-69, will have the potential to spin a little bit. Okay, so we're going to be watching radar very closely. But you can see how widely spaced the downpours and storms are. So again, this is not going to be a widespread deal. Most of the action is out of the state by 6 o'clock. And then for the remainder of the night, it will be quiet. We'll have more on the storm potential here and the impacts of now Tropical Storm Helene locally. Timeline, latest track, all ahead in the 7-day forecast here in a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you then, Sean. And remember, folks, you can get real-time updates on this rain right on your phone. You can just download the 13 Weather app. It's a free download in your phone's app store. The bodies of a missing Connorsville man and woman were found in a river in Fort Wayne. Just a few hours ago, we learned that 41-year-old Matthew Johnson and 40-year-old Christina Dixon were identified as the two bodies pulled from the St. Mary's River in Allen County last week. The county coroner says Johnson died from a gunshot and stab wounds, while Dixon's cause of death was strangulation and suffocation. Both deaths are being ruled as homicides. We will have much more on these ongoing investigations starting at 13 News at 4 o'clock. Well, today we are working to find out the condition of a man that was pulled from a pond on the city's far east side. This happened late last night near 38th and German Church Road at the Spanish Oak Apartments. Right now, we know it happened last night around 6 p.m. Investigators tell us that witnesses saw the man fishing with a friend. The man then got into into the water, but didn't come back up. Shortly after, first responders were on scene, and within minutes, they started performing CPR.
Generally, during a drowning, a victim can be revived within, they call the golden hour, within 1 hour, if CPR is started right away, and that's what we did.
Firefighters say it's best to be careful around retention ponds because they can be dangerous.
Can you see?
This afternoon, we're working to see if a 16-year-old will face charges for allegedly stabbing someone over a stolen moped. Police say a 21-year-old man walked into an ER on Sunday bleeding. Investigators say the man told them he and a 16-year-old boy were arguing over the moped when the teenager stabbed him. Officers arrested the teen and are now looking into the case. Well, developing this afternoon, a 58-year-old man has died nearly a week after a Metro police officer hit him with his squad car. The Marion County coroner says Rodney Huffman died this past Saturday. A Metro police officer hit him at Michigan Road and Doubletree Boulevard back on the 15th. IMPD accident investigators are still looking into the circumstances around this crash. Internal Affairs are also investigating separately. Well, 12:05, new developments this afternoon. The city of Indianapolis is one step closer to passing a new ordinance to help crack down on illegal street takeovers. City councilors introduced a proposal last night. They say enough is enough, and right now they're doing everything they can to hold these street takeover participants accountable, especially when it comes to violence. Councilors introduced a proposal that would carry fines up to $250 for anyone who planned, participated, or attended these illegal street events. Cars would also be impounded for up to 30 days. The proposal comes less than a week after Metro Police and state troopers were met with violent crowds when they tried to break up an event. Police had their cruisers smashed with baseball bats and cans of gasoline also thrown at them. Under this new proposal, again, they would face fines for those participating. Counselors say they're now willing to do whatever it takes to help support IMPD and put an end to this activity.
We give him all the resources possible that he needs to bring this to an end. So if they want to have that fight, we'll take it to him as well. I have complete confidence in our chief and our men and women IMPD that will address this issue and get this under control and bring us back to a civilized city that we're supposed to live in for all of our people.
The proposal will now head to the Public and Criminal Committee on Wednesday. If approved, it would go back to the council for a final vote in October. Today, we are taking a closer look at new numbers from the FBI on violent crime. That data shows violent crime declined 3% across the United States from 2022 to 2023, and it shows a dramatic drop in the number of murders, down nearly 12%. The agency says that represents the largest drops in decades. Rapes dropped by more than 9%. Hate crimes dropped less than 1%. However, the number of reported vehicle thefts is now up nearly 13%. The report used statistics from 16,000 law enforcement agencies across the country. Well, dozens of buildings, including a school, damaged when a tornado hit Jay County. The National Weather Service and other emergency management leaders toured the area. One man, we're told, lost his roof. Spoke with him, and he's got quite the story to tell. Emily?
Kyle Love calls it the scariest moment of his life, realizing that a tornado was hitting his Jay County home. He says he was inside in his living room about to watch Sunday Night Football when he heard it start to rain. Then he says he heard another sound that sounded like a roaring jet engine. When Love looked out the window, he says he saw pieces of metal and insulation and a lot of other stuff in the air moving past his house. He also saw the front awning of his house lifting up. He took cover on the couch and realized most of his roof was blowing off. What was left fell on top of him.
It's like getting a sucker punch out of nowhere and you didn't see it coming. A lot goes through your mind in a short amount of time. Being able to know where I'm at, take a deep breath and say, you're gonna get out.
And Love did get out and he was able to call 911, and he credits his training as a part-time firefighter for knowing what to do in this emergency situation, following his instincts to cover up. And then, right across the street, his workplace also damaged at the junior-senior high school when the roof came off in that tornado. The building sustaining a lot of damage according to school officials. School canceled today and tomorrow. We are told, though, from the mayor of Portland that the homecoming parade and football game is still set for Friday night. Everyone, Love, the mayor, emergency officials here in Jay County saying when they look at all this damage, they feel thankful and that they are surprised that it wasn't worse and no one was hurt. In Jay County, Emily Longnecker, 13 News.
All right, thanks, Emily. Certainly feel for all those families. Well, today students are back in school in Kokomo. This comes after teachers and administrators were cleaning up from the start of the week from storm damage. It hit Taylor Elementary School on Friday, tearing off a roof there. The superintendent tells 13 News the storm affected at least half a dozen classrooms and the gym. This damage not from a tornado, but straight line wind, so no students in the building on Monday, but still plenty of work. Rosie Gowdy teaches second grade. We caught up with her as she settled into her new room. She was in the building when that storm hit.
It was very loud, and the noise is what I thought I really should probably back away from the glass. But when I saw the roof just lift up and just fall down, and just as loud as it was.
Wow. Thankfully, no one was injured. Well, back in Indy, a street is back open in downtown. A single lane of Capitol Avenue between 13th and 16th Streets is back open a week earlier than expected. The westernmost lane of Capitol Avenue will stay closed due to underground utility work near IU Health. This is all related to the new construction of the hospital. That hospital is expected to open in 2027, and you can see the stages of construction right now on our website at WTHR.com. Well, today, approximately 600 Indiana National Guard soldiers are getting ready to be deployed overseas. This group is going to Southwest Asia and the Middle East. The soldiers will be saying goodbye to family and friends tomorrow afternoon. They will be training in Texas before heading to the Middle East in support of Operation Spartan Shield. We will have much more on this deployment starting at 4 o'clock on 13 News.